Hi FlossTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin and this is my channel, Lady Robins. Okay, I have got a new filming setup for us here. I have a new computer. It's a Mac and I'm filming on the Mac, so the camera is located like kind of right in front of me, and so I will try to look straight at the screen so my eyes aren't all over the place and make you crazy, but it's a slightly different setup, so give me a little grace as I figure this all out. Okay, so welcome you guys. I am so happy to be back with you filming a FlossTube. I think it's been a month, so I'll just give you a quick little update. But before we do, I don't know what FlossTube number this is, but it is Monday, October 30th. Now, if you've been around here for any amount of time, you know that we have to start with our coffee. So I am in my my Waikiki mug of the day. So, and I just have brewed coffee. So let's just have a beverage. I'll tell you all my stuff. I'll show you all my stitching, and I'll tell you my plans. How about that? Does that sound like a good FlossTube? I hope so. Okay, let's have a beverage. Yep, perfect for a Monday morning. Okay, so guys, like I said, it has been a while since I've been able to film, and normally I would be at work today. And you're probably going, Robin, you look fine. Why aren't you at work? Well, I've got issues with my kidneys. I think I've told you this before, but anyway, I've got hoses to help me drain my kidneys because things don't work right. And anyway, I have to get those tubes changed out it's supposed to be every 6 to 8 weeks. I'm up to 12 weeks. Things happened with my appointment. We still can't track down what happened, but it just disappeared. So I'm going in tomorrow, but I'm having a lot of issues with the tubes kind of wiggling and moving in and out, which is quite painful. And also, if the tube comes completely out of the kidney, then it's an ER visit. And so we're trying our darndest to avoid the ER because I have a 9:30 appointment tomorrow morning to get this fixed. And my husband's like, no way, you're not going to the library. You're not going to shelve. You're not going to bend over, and you're not going to be, you know, tugging and pulling and yanking and all that stuff. So I'm at the house. I figured if FlossTube is not very energetic, although it makes me happy and excited that I could do that because I'm not moving around. And then once I'm done with filming the FlossTube, I'm gonna go plop my butt in my stitching chair. I've got lots of good stitching to do, so that's where we're at. That's what's been going on. The kidney stuff has been driving me bonkers. There are days where you know, everything's fine and you just do your thing and you know, move on down the road, but sometimes you overdid it that day, so you pay for it the next day. So there have been many days without good stitching. I might have put in 5 stitches and went, well, I stitched today. But I will show you what I've got. I have got 2 finished objects for you, and it's kind of a cheat, but we're gonna do it anyway. So let's start with, remember the 12 days of Christmas stockings that I've been working on? They were from Crazy Annie's. I was in her club last year. Let me just break one out. So it's this guy. 12 days of Christmas stocking club ornaments. So I finally finished stitching. I was doing the 6, so I'm trying to do half of them this year and half of them next year. So I got the 6th one. I finished stitching it, and I can't remember, you guys, if I had this completely stitched last time I came at you with the video, but anyway, it doesn't matter a whole lot. But I had finished this. I finally finished the stitching on this, and then the 5 rings, I had stitched that, but I hadn't beaded it. And so I thought, oh, well, when I get number 6 done, then I'll pull both 5 and 6 out and I will bead both of them together. So I will try to hold it up to the camera a little bit. Now I have to figure out where the camera is. There you go. There's some beads. So I beaded both number 5 and number 6. And now I am gonna have to read the directions on how to FFO these stockings. Last year, I think it was Christine Slater. What's her channel name? I think it's Stitch All the Things. Yeah, Stitch All the Things. She did all 12 of them. She got them all 12 FFO'd before Christmas and got them up in her house. And oh my gosh, I'm only trying to do half a Christine. I'm only doing 6. So that is on my table. Let me just show all of them to you. So there's the partridge, which I love the blue in that partridge. It's so funny that, you know, I don't know what color I think a partridge is, but I definitely don't think of it as kind of that tealy green, but I think it's beautiful. Here is number 2. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out this camera on the laptop thing. It's also new to me. Number 3. 4. Look at that. That was a lot of French hens, let me tell you. Here's our 5 golden rings. And then here is number 6, geese a-laying. So I will be, like I said, I will be reading the directions and gonna start working on FFOing those. I think, if I remember, because I've read the directions like when they first came in the kit, that I think they cut out the stocking shape on comic board. So I need to jump onto Amazon and order some comic board because I don't have any of that. And I'm sure there's other things you can use too, but I think the reason I like the comic board is it's not so thick that it's hard to, you know, get a shape besides, you know, just a square or rectangle. So that's the 2 FFOs. Like I said, kind of a cheat because it was just beading, but they weren't finished until the beads were on. So I'm calling it a win for 2 FOs on this video. Okay, so I have stitched on quite a number of my whips, so I'm excited to show you how I'm doing on that. And then I haven't showed you my see, I'm really trying to I'm really struggling with this little camera thing. Here's my October book of days, and I tried to go with things that I thought were, you know, slightly spooky, Halloween related. So there you go. Yeah, it's fun to do it. So my on the side here, I put down what the Whip Go calls are. I'm still holding on to Whip Go. Not that I have completed. I think I've only completed half of the calls on Whip Go this year. Oh well. It's still fun. It kind of makes you touch pieces that maybe you haven't thought of. So my Whip Go calls for this month were Hyperborea by Owl Forest, and I'm going to show that to you next, and Harbor Haven, which I haven't touched Harbor Haven, I don't know, 7-8 months. It's been languishing. So I was happy to have those Whip Go calls and kind of force me to pick up some things I haven't picked up lately. So that is where I'm at on Whip Go. I'll show you those. And then I was just noticing in my planner here, or my calendar, that I last filmed a FlossTube on the 4th of October, and it was FlossTube number 145. So hey, welcome to FlossTube number 146. All right, let's show you some stitching. Since I just talked about Hyperborea, let's show you Hyperborea. So it is this kit. Oh my goodness, Robin. So there it is. It's by Owl Forest, which I bought, I bought it years ago, and I only started it a couple of years ago, maybe last year. Where's my stitch journal? I can find out for you. And I think I looked this up last time too. Oh jeepers, Hyperborea. Oh, I started it in February of 2021. So yeah, I need to stitch faster or pick Hyperborea up more often. It's probably that. Okay, so let's show you my progress on Hyperborea. So I did a center start, so I started right in the middle here, and here's where I'm at. So I have spent a lot of time working on this building. There. Working on this building. So I think I might have maybe just had the top little peak done. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of color changes, but well worth it. And the Owl Forest floss is so pretty. But I have to admit, I was looking, at my little floss away bags. Here's a kind of a close-up of these beautiful over-dyed cottons. Look at this, you guys. How pretty is that, right? But I'm looking at this, and there's kind of 3 sections on this piece, and I'm thinking, I don't feel like I have enough floss to finish all 3 sections. I mean, look at this, and I'm just about a third of the way done, so I still have 2/3 to go, and a lot of these, like look at that. There's, yeah, there's quite a bit, but I don't think there's enough to finish it. So I went online last night. Well, I couldn't find anybody online selling the Owl Forest floss pack, but what I did find, and you'll probably think I've lost my mind, but I've seen it instead of all 3 together, each little main creature. Like here's the bear, and here's the owl, and then here's I think that's a bobcat. So those sections are broken into 3 separate 3 separate kits. So you can do the big long one that I'm doing, or you can do the 3 individuals. I bought one of the kits for one of the small sections just for the floss, because I don't think there's a comparable floss to the Owl Forest. So I just thought, well, I can't stitch it if I don't have the materials. So I like I said, I just bought it. I just bought another. I bought one of the 3rd pieces. So anyway, you'll probably think I'm nuts, but I was so worried last night thinking about it. I'm just like, I just need the flosses, and I found the flosses for quite a number of those Owl Forest charts, but they didn't have. I could not find anybody that was selling the floss pack for Hyperborea with the Owl Forest floss. So I ordered what I ordered. I did what I did. I did what I did, and I'm not going to apologize. Okay, so, let's see. So, Harbor Haven, let me show you how I'm doing on that. And I got Brave. I finally trimmed my fabric. Okay, so I am working, there are 12 sections to Harbor Haven. I am just working, I'm, just about halfway through the 4th one, which is not where I thought I'd be at this time. I honestly thought I'd have it halfway done. So I'm a little sad that I didn't get to Hyperborea, or not get to Harbor Haven more. And I think what's going on is I think next month in November, I think the 2 WIPGO calls are both for Harbor Haven. And this month it was Harbor Haven. So for some reason, this piece just did not get called earlier in the year. So who knows, maybe by the end of the year, I'll be doing better, towards getting at least maybe into number 5. So anyway, here we are. That is the front, and then just scrolling it past you. So here is number 4. So I got this whole hillside finished, and then the water down here filled in, and now I'm working on the complementary tree to this one will be over here, and then of course the 2 buildings. So there's still quite a bit of stitching to do to finish off number 4. I feel confident that I'll get chart 4 and get into chart 5 before 2023 ends, but I don't think I'll get to number 6. So I'm a little behind on my personal goal for Harbor Haven this year, but it's so pretty. I love the colors. I love the colors in this particular chart. Oh, and then I told you I got brave. So I have been, here's the remainder. I have been dragging this around. I finally cut this bottom off that I'm not going to need when I frame. So, oh my gosh, it's so much later. I just thought that I can't keep struggling with fabric. It was so heavy and it was dragging it down, and then it would fold over my hand because I stitch in hand, and I just thought I just have to do it. But that is, that's a pretty sizable chunk there, so I'm going to be able to get some good things stitched on that. And then it's, it's long. Almost looks like an ace bandage, doesn't it? So anyway, yeah. So I've got that. I'm working on that, and I think this month, if I work on Harbor Haven tonight, which is the 30th, so I will have completed my WIPGO goals for both Hyperborea and Harbor Haven. So I try to stitch 5 days a month, and then that gives me plenty of time to goof around and stitch other things. So I try not to make Harbor Haven, or not Harbor Haven, make WIPGO be like the only thing I can stitch during the month. So I'm only doing 10 days out of the whole month. So there's plenty of time to get other stuff done. Okay, so the other thing that I worked on is my grandniece's birth sampler. So I have just been making boxes, you guys, and let me tell you, making boxes is kind of fun, especially when that's the stitching I'm doing in the morning when I first get up. So here, oops, there we go. Oh, here we go again. Oh, it cracks me up. So this is it. This is the bee birth sampler, and this is by the Historical Sampler Company. So I bought this off Etsy. They have an Etsy site, and it was just a PDF download. And here's where I'm at. So, like I said, I'm just making boxes, and that's okay. I was kind of thinking, oh, I should, make the box and then fill it in, and, make another box and fill that in. But I'm having a complete blast making the boxes. So I'm just gonna continue with boxes. Why not, right? Let's just make the boxes. Okay, I've got to pause. I will be right back. Hello again. So I had something out in the living room that I wanted to make sure I brought in. So I'm going to start with this cutie patootie little thing. So this is like a pin cushion, but also like a cell phone charger, or a, you know, I mean, as a phone stand or an iPad stand. And my friend Caroline gave this to me at Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. She made one for everybody at our table. Now, the reason I am bringing this up and showing it to you yet again is in the comments, and it was either the last video or the one before, somebody said, hey, does she make those? Can I buy one of those from her? So I reached out to Caroline and I asked her, you know, I think you said you don't have a business, like an Etsy shop or something like that. And she had said she would be willing to make this for the viewer or viewers, if there's more than one. She'd be willing to make them, and you would just need to contact her, and then, you know, you guys can work out a price or a barter or, you know, whatever you want to do. So Caroline is on Instagram. So her Instagram channel is the_pokey_little_pumpkin. So, you know, all together, you know, the pokey little pineapple. I think I said pumpkin. the_pokey_little_pineapple. The pokey little pineapple. So find her on Instagram and message her directly, and then, you know, you guys, you know, work out the details together. But so it's not a hard no. She would definitely consider making these for others. So that is super cool. Yeah, so there we have it. All right, what else have I been stitching on? I have a few more things to show you. So we did talk about the birth sampler. We've talked about Hyperborea and Harbor Haven. So I think it's time to talk about cardinal points. So let's look at how far I got on that. And give me just a second here. And then I want to show you something that I did to kind of help keep myself organized while working on Harbor Haven. Cardinal points. Some days your brain cells just fly out your ears, don't they? Maybe I need more coffee. Let's have coffee. Okay, so cardinal points. Back to cardinal points. And I got, I'm going to show you the chart. There it is. I'll get this. Honest, I'll get this. So there it is. There's cardinal points. It's all done with the Gentle Arts cotton sampler threads, and I am stitching mine on 32 count white Lugana 2/2 in case you're curious. So here we are, you guys. Look at that. So I got the whole verse stitched in. I'm going to move my coffee. I'm going to bring this a little closer to you. So I got that, there's the camera. I got that verse stitched in. And then I don't know if you can see it all that well, but this border down here, yep, there you can see it. It alternates between 5 different shades of green that are called for in the pattern. So I kept thinking, oh, I don't want to thread my needle and rethread my needle. And then I was afraid that if I put the greens on my my Bitsy Bob that I wouldn't be able to figure out exactly which green was which. So I did this. I want to show you guys what I did. I took a magnetic pattern board, and I took needle minders, and I used them to write down this symbol and the name of the floss, and I've got a designated needle for each one. So anyway, that worked out so well for me. I can't even tell you. It was like, oh, you know, so what if I have 5 needles threaded up? Who cares? I was able to just quickly move from one color to the next in that border, and it worked out. It was like, ta-da, eureka! This was so life-changing for me that I have actually ordered a product on Etsy through Pip and Chip. They have a needle minder set. It comes, I think, with 10 needle minders, and it has blank stickers that you put on the top of the needle minder. It's just, you know, kind of a round magnetic disc. And so you can write with Sharpie the symbol, and if you've got really excellent handwriting, maybe even the name of the floss, attach it to the back of this round needle minder, and it does the same thing that my board did. I ordered them. I can hardly wait to get them. There are many projects where the color changes are just enough that I feel like I spend a lot of time threading and rethreading, or, you know, if I left 2 or 3 needles threaded in a thread bed, I'm like, now is this the that, or is this the this? And so I am so psyched for these items to show up from Pip and Chip. They're on Etsy, and when I get them, I will probably, you know, squeal all about how excited I am for them. But they come in a little magnetic box, so, you know, you can just put them inside the little tin and close it up when you're done and stuff it in your project. I think it's going to be brilliant. I really do. I'm so excited about it. So yeah, so thanks Pip and Chip for a better idea than what I've got going here, which is looking kind of messy, but you know, it'll work until I get the really pretty one going. So that is Cardinal Points. I think I whined at you last time that I would really like to get that finished by Leaf Day. I'm gonna need to sit down and maybe take the chart and figure out how many weeks that is, and then figure out, you know, how much I need to stitch each week to make sure I accomplish my goal of getting that finished by then. So anyway, yeah, that's on my list of things to do. Who knows, I could probably even do it today, because I'm not supposed to be moving around too much, and you know, that'd be a pretty low impact thing to do. Okay, I've got one more whip that I worked on, and the reason I worked on it is I keep track on my iPhone. I use the X Stitch Plus app to keep track of my thread inventory, and I needed DMC 165 for the 6 geese laying stocking that I showed you at the beginning. That 165 is kind of the outline of his wing, and I don't know where it went, and I'm like, well, it's probably kitted in another project, and I just kept borrowing it. So I thought, okay, where is it? Opened up my X Stitch Plus app. Yep, I can make a note what kit it's in. It was in Little Women. Remember that? I have not touched Little Women in well over a year. So I broke it out. I grabbed my floss ring. Oh, there's, 165. I stitched the wing on the 6 geese laying, and then I'm like, oh, well, I'm done with beading. I guess I should stitch. And I was like, I've got a project in my lap that I haven't touched in over a year. So I started stitching on Little Women, which is by the Stitching Book Club. And this is only, I think this is, well, it says on the top, this is what part 3 looks like. And I have got the, the smallest of a start, and I'm stitching it on a 32 count antique white Lugana, of all things. I think that was the called for, and I just went with it. So anyway, here is my bit of a start on Little Women, and those pinks in there, oh my gosh, you guys, those are so fun to stitch, all those pinks, to get that that variegated look on the letters. It was super fun to revisit this project and kind of remind myself, hey, that's another one that you really need to spend more time on. So I have not buried it back on the bookcase. It's, it's riding around the desk here with me. So I think Little Women will probably end up on my Whip Go board for next year. I haven't quite figured out my plans on that, but we can talk about that in a minute. So I think that is everything that I actively stitched on in the last month. So I've got a couple of plans that I wanted to share with you. I have one last piece to stitch in the Snowflower Diary Joyful World series. So I have got December that I need to stitch. So I'm starting that probably on the 1st of November. And I still need to pull the threads, but I've got the fabric all cut for it. And anyway, I am thrilled to think I have 1 month left, and then they're all done. And it's it's a big accomplishment to get them all done. I'm really proud of myself. So that is one of my plans for November stitching. I'm also going to, I can't remember what my Whip Go calls were for November, but I'm pretty sure one, if not both, are Harbor Haven. So, so I'm going to start the December Snowflower Diary, keep stitching on Harbor Haven, make a plan so I can complete Cardinal Points. And then I don't know what I'll do after that. I've got a couple of kits that are here in the craft room that I bought, and now it's been a couple of years. And so one of them that I look at every time I come in here to film, and I'm like, oh, Robin, you gotta get going on that. It's a Roveris kit, and it makes this cute little nautical themed box. And so it's kitted, you guys. This is something that I really want to stitch. I mean, look at the box. There's my floss bling from Chris Yo. But yeah, it's got the little pegs. They're actually sewing tools. Look at that. Got a seam ripper and kind of an owl, and it came with the finishing fabrics. So I've got everything to do it. What I just need to do is commit to the time and just start. So that is another thing that I would really like to see if I could work in. So I need that out on display and in my house. I think I've told you before, our family room, we've decorated it kind of with nautical pieces, so this would look really cute stitched up and sitting on the bookcases in the in the family room. So that's also something that I would like to stitch. And then of course I still need to stitch, I need to start a shepherd's bush. I fell off the notes bandwagon, so you know, I need to get back onto my, you know, finish a note, start a note. I haven't done the start a note part. The other thing that I did, which I had no business of doing, but you know me and my love of Satsuma Street, I have purchased the Winter Woods Sow, and there we go. It started, but being me, I did not have time to get everything pulled together to start on the start date. But it's ordered. Things are ordered. I've got some Cosmos floss coming. Jody Rice charted this with Cosmo, but there's also a DMC conversion. So, you know, whatever Cosmos I don't have, I'm just going to use the DMC. Ordered my fabric. I am, for the first time, I'm going to be stitching on Atomic Ranch fabric. I've never tried it. Carolyn was over here for a few hours. Our friend who makes these, our pokey little our pokey little pineapple friend, and we got together for coffee, and she has signed up for the Winterwood Sow, and so we're going to encourage each other to try to, you know, keep up as best we can. But you know me, a sow really means start along. I didn't even start it when we were supposed to, but I'm going to start it when my supplies come in. And I think my order with my fabric and my the Cosmos that I can find will be here on Wednesday. So maybe I can, you know, give that a start this week. So I'm going to be doing that. And then I got some really beautiful stitchy kindness. My friend Sheila had me help her sign up for the Jingle Ball, and I am going to the Jingle Ball, so I hope to see you all there. If you don't know anything about the Jingle Ball, just head over to Lindy Stitches, either Instagram or FlossTube. You can find lots of information about it, but it's a virtual retreat, and it's one of, well, it's not one of, it is the best virtual retreat I have ever attended. Hands down, bar none, full stop. Because they have gone out of their way to create little vignettes for you. You know, talk to the designer. There'll be 12 designers. Last year they had Christmas theme, holiday themed music playing. They had I think it was Beth Twist was reading part of A Christmas Carol by Dickens. Just, you know, little demos, people playing musical instruments. It was so much fun. There was so much stuff to do, and of course there's a breakout room, so if you want to, you know, stitch with fellow stitchers, you can find stitchers there. I don't know, were there a dozen different themed rooms? I ended up in the cocktail room. Oh, shocking, right? But anyway, so I helped Sheila register for the Jingle Ball, and she was so thankful, and I was happy to help her. I was around. I didn't get on there right when it started because I was at work, but I got her what I could get her, and she sent me a beautiful package from 123 Stitch. She accessed my wish list, and she bought a whole host of things for me. So Sheila bought me a Lizzie Kate. Isn't that cute? I mean, I love all of them, and you know, they were on my wish list. I now own the Prairie Schooler 2012 Santa. I was missing this one, so thank you, Sheila. And then these cutie patooties from Waxing Moon Design. Yeah, how can you not love that, right? Oh, just adorable. And then a another chart that I have just, looked at forever, the Prairie Year Rounds by Prairie Schooler. So Sheila, thank you. I really appreciate that. Totally not necessary, but oh so appreciated, right? Oh, just wonderful. So so that's it for haul for me. Sheila got me haul. I'm reading the latest book in the Cozy Bake Shop Mystery Series by Ellie Alexander. It's Catch Me If You Candy. It is a Halloween themed cozy, so I am having an absolute blast reading this. And then the other thing that I just finished was The Covenant of Water. And I actually listened to it on an audiobook. It was fantastic. And the author was the narrator. And normally I hate those because authors aren't necessarily performers for the most part. Knocked it out of the park. If you need, a good kind of almost family generational saga, it was beautifully written. It was it was heartwarming. It was heartbreaking in parts. It was just, I can't say enough good things about it. Covenant of Water, go read it if you can. And you don't have to rush through it. It kind of, the title is spot on. You just kind of go with the flow. There are parts where it's dramatic and there's a raging river, and there are parts where you're just going along with their everyday life. It's set in India, so different culture experience for me. So I 5 out of 5 stars. I'd highly recommend it. So there's your book reviews, and I cannot think of anything I've missed, but if I have, we'll hit it next time. So you guys, thank you for being loyal FlossTube friends and subscribers and viewers. I treasure all of you. I will see you when I see you. This kidney stuff is just burning a hole through my schedule. Plans are made and then have to be changed. So just know that, if I can film sooner, I will. And if I can't, I'll see you when I'm able. So stitch happy, my friends. I hope you are having just the best Monday you can possibly have. Tomorrow is Halloween. For those of you that enjoy Halloween, happy Halloween. Stay safe. Give every kid that comes to your door, no matter how old they are, the Snickers bar, right? Just give them the candy. This is my philosophy. If you're still a teenager in high school, or I don't even care if you're a 20-something and you just wanted to dress up and trick or treat, my house is open to you. I will give you all the candy that you need that, fills your heart with joy. So have a good day tomorrow, and I will see you when I see you. Okay, bye, friends.